All right, welcome, Matt Diaro here, and today I wanted to share with you an interesting question that I got from one of my subscribers on YouTube. And actually, this person asked me why he was wondering actually why he doesn't have as much subscribers as he should have, actually. And this is quite interesting. I just have a fly here who doesn't want to leave me in peace, but I'm going to continue this podcast anyways. So I think it's a really, really interesting question because sometimes we think that we deserve having more subscribers, having better results, making more money, like you name it. But we just see that the reality is just not as like the reality that we make up in our head, right? And it is really to be honest, it is like a mind-blowing question. Why? Because when you ask questions, your mind start to find solutions. And there was just a book that I read a few weeks ago. I think I don't remember exactly which book it was, but anyways, first I guess I've heard that from Jim Rohn saying that you just have to ask the right questions, and sometimes, and probably a lot of times, we are just not asking the right questions. And there is like an interesting exercise you can do is just try to reframe the question that you're asking. Sometimes, if you're not getting the right answers, it's because you're just asking the wrong questions. And this is why I replied to this person. I told him that, well, what is actually your main goal? Is your main goal just having subscribers, or is your main goal making money? And suddenly, when you reframe the problem, you actually see that the problem, like that we thought, isn't actually the problem that we need to solve, right? Because usually what we want is we want more subscribers because like we live in this fallacy that if you have more subscribers, you're going obviously to make more money, which is not true. And an interesting thing, if you're just having this issue of not getting enough people on your list or not having enough people engaging with your content, really ask yourself, what are you actually doing to first get people on your list, or first like to get subscribers, or to get yourself just out there? And the second thing is to ask yourself what you're actually doing in order to keep the people that you already have engaged with your offer, with your content, with your philosophy, with what you have to share. And sometimes we're just let's say attracted to get or to meet new people instead of actually cherishing the people that we already spend time with. Of course, just supposing that the people that you already have are actually the right people. Of course, if you don't have the right people, let's say if you just want to share content about, I don't like, if you have like if you're just teaching people how to code and how to become independent by coding, and you just have people who actually want to learn how to create an online course, it may not be the right audience. But assuming that you already have some of the right audience in your scope and that you are actually on their radar, like, what do you actually do to engage with them? So if your goal is actually to make more money, let's say if you already have a list of 1,000 email subscribers, or if you already have people who are listening to your podcast, what you're actually doing in order, like, just to let them pull the trigger, right? So to let them, let's say, sign up for a coaching program or sign up for an online course or any other method that you can use to actually monetize your audience. What are you actually doing? And if there is one thing that I really want you to take away from this episode, is to start asking the right questions. And it's a tough mental exercise because we're just so blinded about how we see the world, how we just came up with our goals. And sometimes our goals are just framed in the wrong way. And I talked about that recently in one of my emails, when I was just sending an email to my list, sending them, well, look, I've made a mistake, or because my goal was to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and yeah, I just understood that I just framed the goal the wrong way. I just framed it the wrong way, and if I really even though I knew when I just launched this project that it's not about getting 1,000 subscribers, right? I mean, if I just wanted 1,000 subscribers, I could just go on Fiverr and just ask, let's say, a freelancer in a third-party world to just send massive traffic and just having just fake accounts hitting the subscribe button. This is not the thing. I really want to get to 1,000 people who genuinely subscribe to my channel. And this also wasn't actually the primary goal of why I started focusing on YouTube. My primary goal was to get free, to build my email list for free using YouTube in an evergreen method, right? So I think that I framed this goal a little bit in a little biased way, because when you're on YouTube, like all those videos that start popping up, how to get subscribers, how to get likes, how to get this, how to get that, sometimes it's just altering the way that you think about something. And this is why it's so important really to have the right environment, to really surround yourself with the right people, with the right information, and not hanging out on those low quality content platforms where they just push you to consume a specific kind of content, and the kind of content you consume at the end also has an impact on how you start thinking about something. So this is why it's like I could go on for that for hours and hours, but I'm just going to end the podcast here. And yeah, really think about it. Sometimes you just frame your goals in the wrong way. Sometimes you're just asking, or you just try to solve the wrong questions. And one of the solutions to that is just to start asking better questions. So if you appreciate this episode, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And I mean, you know everything you have to do if you really appreciated this content. And yeah, with that being said, I see you in the next one.